For this demo, we're going to show how automation can be used to export audio using Audio Expert. Now, to start off, we need to start the automation server. And so I'll do that using from the Windows side. Click on the icon and then start up the automation server. And we can see here that the automation server is now listening for a TCP connection. And I have a Linux virtual machine running on this Windows host, and I've connected a Jupyter notebook to it. And so have here the configuration for the automation, and this is the IP address of the Windows internet interface that talks to the Linux virtual machine. So that would be basically the IP address of this program is going to be listening at, and then its port value here that it's listening at, we can see right there. The capture technology isn't important for this demo because we're going to be loading a file, a captured file, and we're just setting personality to the X240 and then pointing to the WPS 3.0, the program path. And then this is the pre-existing capture file and its location. And this will be the base name of the audio files that will be written out. So the audio files, there'll be a .wav that will be added on here as a postfix, and then also for the CSV file that has the events, they'll use this as the base name. And just some cleanup. And so we will now run this cell, and that ran, so that's all loaded in memory. And then we're going to connect to the automation server. And so it's connecting, it's connected. We can see that's connected here. And then we're going to now start wireless protocol suite. So what this is doing is it's sending the command to start wireless protocol suite. That's going to launch here on the Windows side. And then that will load up, and once it's loaded, we will get a notification that it succeeded and ready for being able to go on to the next step. And you can see that it's loaded here. And then for going to the next step, so you could check that. So it succeeded. Okay, so we're going to now open that capture file that we pre-specified, and we've already captured the data. And so it opens this pre-existing capture file, and that once the file is open, we'll take a quick look at it and just point out some features that will be exported. So this is the audio data that was captured in the file, and so it's sys audio, and here are the events associated with that. Now we could, if you were using this just as a GUI and not using automation, you could export the data this way as a WAV file or a raw file. So if you wanted to do manipulations on it for software, it might be easier to use a raw file. And then this CSV file, this event table, contains all of these events. And we're basically going to do this functionality, but through automation. And so if we go back to here, so we've opened that capture file, and this is the key step, the export audio. And we specify the plugin name of Audio Expert. And then we specify the parameters for the streams. 1 and 2 are left and right channels. And then we have the CSV and WAV file. So we're not going to include the raw file. We're going to include it for all time. And then this is that base file name that we've used. And when we look here, this is the directory that we specified that's currently empty, where that data will be, where the files will be written. So we run the plugin command. We can see that the WAV files are generated. So we have our WAV file. We also have our event table, and that was the table that I showed previously, and this has the different events that were detected and when they were detected, the frame numbers and times. And then we also, after we're done with this, we can then stop the wireless protocol suite, shut that down, and then we can finally close the connection. And that concludes the demo.